Elara ventured away from her village and into an unknown forest. As she delved deeper into the woods, the atmosphere around her began to change. The trees took on a darker hue, the sky turned grey, and strange noises echoed around her. Before long, malevolent spirits of the forest surrounded Elara. They captured her and took her deep into the forest's heart. When her family realized she was missing, they, along with other villagers, set out to search for her, armed with torches. As they ventured further into the forest, Elara's family and the villagers felt the presence of the malevolent spirits. However, a torch held by one of the villagers accidentally touched a tree, igniting a massive forest fire. The flames spread rapidly, causing the forest spirits to flee in panic. In the midst of the fire, Elara's family found her, but she was not the same. Under the influence of the forest's evil spirits, she appeared deranged, her eyes vacant and unresponsive. The villagers managed to rescue Elara and extinguish the fire, but the forest had suffered significant damage. Elara's family sought the help of many healers to restore her, but none could aid her. One day an elderly woman arrived in the village. Hearing of Elara's condition, she offered her help. The old woman drew symbols on Elara's forehead and gave her a potion to drink. After consuming it, Elara seemed to return to her old self. The villagers rejoiced at her recovery, but the elderly woman disappeared as suddenly as she had come, leaving no trace behind. At first, Elara seemed to have fully recovered. However, in the days that followed, her behavior began to change. Her eyes darkened, and her speech became cold and distant. Even her closest friends began to fear her. One night, Elara silently left her home and ventured back into the forest. As she journeyed deeper, the atmosphere once again shifted. She encountered the evil spirits of the forest and became their leader. The spirit of the old woman had taken control of Elara's body. Under her command, the malevolent spirits rallied and began terrorizing anyone who entered the forest. The villagers noticed the changes in the forest and realized the threat Elara posed. They devised a plan to confront her and save her from the spirit's grasp. A brave group of villagers ventured into the forest to face Elara. They pleaded with her to return to her senses, but she refused to listen. However, Layla, Elara's closest friend, tried to remind her of their shared childhood memories, in hopes of awakening her true self. Layla's words seemed to reach the real Elara, and the spirit of the old woman left her body. Elara returned to her former self and went back to the village with the villagers. After this incident, the villagers vowed to treat the forest with more respect. Elara, having experienced the terrifying power of the forest spirits, decided to educate the villagers on the importance of living in harmony with the forest. However, an elderly villager named David did not believe that Elara had truly recovered. In his eyes, she remained a threat that needed to be eliminated to protect the village. One night, David stealthily entered Elara's home and fatally wounded her with a spear. Elara's tragic death left the village in shock. In the aftermath, many villagers decided to erect a monument in Elara's memory, symbolizing her bravery and quest to uncover the forest's mysteries. Yet, her tragic end remained a haunting memory for many. David faced the consequences of his actions. He was ostracized by many and eventually left the village, never to return. Elara's death served as a somber lesson for the villagers. Every year they hold a ceremony in her memory, reminding everyone of the importance of understanding the forest's secrets. However, the painful memory of Elara's tragic end remains unforgettable for many.